Hey, hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Jerry, and you're watching 3DHP, and this is episode number 27. And today we've got ZYLtech on, and they're an awesome company, and we're going to meet their couple of employees, talk about their products, and well, anyway, let me bring them in, and we'll get started. Hey, Leslie, Scott, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're live on Twitter, on my Facebook group, and then on YouTube. And later, guys, we're going to be having a giveaway. ZYLtech is going to be giving away some 3D pens and some filament. And to be eligible, you need to be watching on YouTube. And when I put the keyword in the chat later, we'll have you enter that. And if you're based out of the USA here in America, you'll be eligible to win. So anyway, yeah, if I could start off with my first question, I'd really like to. Let's see, what do you guys both do for ZYLtech? Leslie Froze.
Yeah, Leslie's Froze. So my name's Scott. I'm the technical manager here, and I pretty much handle all the technical tech support. I work on the gears. I quality control the gear printer that we sell. I kind of do a little bit of R&D. I fix things that are broken around here. It's kind of a little bit of everything.
Get the internet back up and running when it goes down.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to a few people in chat real quick. Let's see. John, hello. Richard Pryor. DeWitt Tim up in Canada. Hunters. Let's see. Michael Castle, hello. Betty Boot 45. That's my wife in another room.
All right.
And Brandon Knapp, hello. Maker Viking, hello. Thomas, 3D Print Newbie, hello. How you guys doing? Anyway, yes, Leslie, what do you do for ZYLtech?
I am the operations manager. So I also do a little bit of everything. I do the sales. I coordinate with all of our affiliates and our resellers, kind of pitch in and oversee some of the things that are done in the warehouse with our warehouse manager. A little bit of marketing. Yeah, actually, Scott Crystal, who's also our customer service manager, and I are kind of the marketing team as well.
If I could ask, how long has your company been in business, and what got you all interested in 3D printing industry?
We have been in business for about 4.5, going on 5 years. I've been with the company for four years in September. And for me, I just answered an ad. I had no idea what 3D printing was when I started. The ad was just, he was looking for like an office type manager. He was just starting to grow. Our owner, Yi, started the business actually in his home, in his garage. And as the business grew, he bought a 1-story house to run the business out of. And that's when I came on board to help with shipping the orders and processing the orders and answering phones. And kind of just grew from there.
And Scott, how long have you been with ZYLtech?
Late May, early June, something like that of this year. I was a ZYLtech customer first. I first kind of came into 3D printing. My little boy was born with amniotic band syndrome, and he does not have most of his right hand. So we got in contact with a group out of the University of Houston, a group that does Enable. I know a lot of people in the 3D printing community know about Enable. And they measured his hand and they printed prosthesis for it. And that really got me, my interest peaked. And then I happened to meet a friend who we ended up kind of running for about a year, print farm and use only ZYLtech filament. And then after that kind of ran its course, I was lucky enough. I just kind of asked, I asked Leslie one day if they needed any help, and it started out as, yeah, we need a little bit of help doing such and such, and then boom, next thing I know, I'm the technical manager here, and this is probably the best job I've ever had. I love every day.
If you're on Facebook and watching, if you click the little URL at the top for StreamYard/Facebook, we'll be able to see your name in chat. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. We're not sure who it is. Let me pull up a few pictures here and we take a look at some of the goodies you sent me to look at. And you just recently moved into a new building, right? You kind of outgrew your old one?
Yes, we just moved in the July.
Wow. How many bays do you have for trucks to back up?
We have 3 bays. One of them has a ramp, and the other 2 are just the regular bays.
Well, very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Now, I believe this is your front hallway, right?
Yes, that is the front hallway. We actually hold our staff meetings in that hallway. It's so big.
Very nice.
And we can space out.
We go back to comments, see what's going on. On my group, we have 3 people watching, nobody on Twitter, and 22 right now on YouTube.
Awesome.
Hello, Trevor. Trevor McIntosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say Trevor McIntosh.
Jump back into the pictures here. And this is your office?
Yes, that's my office.
Okay, that's where you're at right now. It's very nice. I like that Texas flag. That's made out of wood, or?
It's actually not. It looks like wood, but it's actually canvas. Facebook Marketplace.
Very nice. And there's your warehouse.
The shot of the warehouse from the one end of it, it kind of makes like a, not a T shape, perpendicular shape. That's where the extrusion is.
And I believe I asked you this before, but I'll ask you in the stream. I assumed that ZYLtech bought from a Chinese company and they simply put your label on it like a lot of companies do, but you actually own the facility in China and it's your employees that are making your own filament line correct?
Yes. Yes, and it's actually a relative of the owner that oversees the operations over there.
Well, that's nice.
So we have like when we do new colors and come out with new colors, it's actually our owner's, it's his formula, it's his recommendations, it's what he wants. And we get samples of them first and he approves them before we actually bring them in. Sometimes like he'll have Scott do test prints on them. I don't know if we haven't had any new colors added since Scott came on, but Scott would do test prints on them before we would approve them for manufacturing.
Yeah, so we can.
I know that back when all this started going on with this COVID and stuff, and you started running out of stock, what kind of a lead time do you have by the time you order to actually get it in? Does it take quite a while to get product from China?
It does. When we say we're getting our shipment in and the filament will be restocked, it's about a month and a half from the time that the order is placed.
Wow.
From port to port. Go ahead.
That's probably pretty hard to try to anticipate how much you need ordered on supply and demand, by how much people are buying.
Right. And that's what we were when COVID first started, and then we had a surplus of orders because so many of our customers started printing the PPE for the medical fields. And so the filament went faster than anticipated at that time. But it was great to see so many of our customers stepping up and pitching in and doing what they could. A lot of them have their own businesses that they put on hold and were only printing PPE.
If anybody in chat has any questions, please ask. We have 2 people here on the screen that can probably answer them for you. Anything about their products, about upcoming products, their printers. We've got the printer man right there. Have you experienced longer than normal delays with U.S. Customs after printers wondering?
Some, I know I was actually once it was already in the port here in Houston. That took a little bit longer to process. But the last few shipments that we've had haven't had that issue.
And here's a question from Dark Jester. Why should somebody use your PLA over other brands?
Scott, I'm gonna let you, well, besides the fact that it's affordable, I'm gonna let Scott answer this one.
Yeah.
I think for the like I've used others, before I came on here, of course, I've used other brands. I think for the price, it's hard to beat. The ease of print is, I mean, I print almost every day, and granted, I have the luxury of experimenting, but once you have your settings dialed in, I mean, it's pretty consistent, and I mean, it prints really well. So I mean, for the price, I don't think you can beat it.
There's a lot of companies out there that some other big YouTubers use, and I can't even touch them. They're 25 and up a roll, and it's way out of my league for my finances.
And we are shipping from here in Houston. So when you place your order, you're going to have your filament within a few days, depending on where you live. But we typically process the orders the following business day. So if you order today, we're processing and shipping your order tomorrow and getting it out to you.
I believe we already answered this. Your manufacturer, your company only makes your filament. Do they sell to other companies and rebrand or no?
No.
Okay.
I would say from a support standpoint, I do get a lot of questions through our customer service, emails. I'm always here to help you figure out if you're having trouble, getting anything to print right, or I'm always, it doesn't even have to be, it doesn't have to be on our printers. If you're printing with our filament, then I'm going to help you the best I can to get you, to get you printing. And so I think the advantage is kind of having, just support that's going to answer pretty quickly, as quickly as I possibly can. But I'm always glad to help people, even people who are new to printing, I'm here, to answer pretty much anything any questions you have.
And you only ship to the U.S., I believe. That's why the U.K. and other countries haven't seen your filament, I believe, right?
We'll ship anywhere. It's just that UK and some of the other countries, it's just them paying for shipping. The shipping cost is high.
Do people from Canada buy from you and other places occasionally?
We have quite a few Canada customers, not just for filament, but for extrusion as well,
Okay.
which extrusion is even heavier than the filament. And we do have some other countries as well that order from us. So Canada is the most popular one. Mexico, of course, Hawaii, but that's still United States, but further away. Their shipping can be a little high for Hawaii.
And Astro Printer has a question. Do you have 2.5 kilogram or 5 kilogram spools?
5 kg.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have 5 kg in PLA, PETG, and ABS, correct?
Yes.
In various colors?
Only in certain colors, black and white. I'm actually going to pull that up. So for PLA, we have it in black, white. In PETG, we have it available in silver, white, and black. And ABS is white and black. And we still have a few spools left of 5K in the Wood Plus.
And I print that Wood Plus pretty often, and it prints really nice. You can actually sand it. You can I sand and carve some of my stuff to get a good shape out of it sometimes, and it takes stain pretty well. So yeah, I love that. I love the Wood Plus.
Let me go back to some pictures here. Okay, this is your shipping receiving area.
Yes, I was kind of showing off how we actually have box storage now. At our previous warehouse, the storage for our boxes was limited. And you can see that the boxes that they're making up, those are for like the extrusion 10 packs. They were actually preparing for an Amazon order for that one.
And those look like printers.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Those are the gears on the
Yeah.
shelves and ready to go.
A lot of machines.
Yep. And I quality control everyone that leaves this warehouse. So I open them up and I make sure that everything's seated well. I make sure I check the VREF settings. I check the power out set, the settings from the power supply, the ground as well, just to make everything's running well. I make sure I make sure it heats up. I make sure that the stepper motors are functioning the way they should. So I do everything I can to make sure that you're not going to have out of the box issues within reason. I think that we've had a lot less issues with the gear with the V3 than we did initially with the V2.
Are you out of stock? Trevor's wondering on your spool holders for the big spools.
We have temporarily discontinued those spool holders because they did have some issues with the 5 kilogram spools, and we are working on a new design of a spool holder.
Yeah, I have one that I used on my hypercube, and I had to run a wire through the spool and under the frame because once in a while it would pull itself out of the frame, out of the roller.
Yeah.
But most of the time it worked fine, and the small spools it worked fine. Scott, what all do you do there? And might you want to show us around a little bit, and I can full screen you?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. So I'll take this and see if I can't. I'll show you what the gears are doing right now. I have 3. These are the gear version 3s. What are they? 300 by 300 by 400 build volume. Let's see here. This one's printing in carbon fiber, printing some brackets, and then these are printing some other parts. And then here, let's see if I can get a good shot. Been working on this 3D printer workstation that's built out of our 3030 extrusion.
Uh-huh.
And it's got the spool holder up top that you can just feed straight into the printer. And then I've got these drawers that pull out for storage. And that works for me because we go through them so fast. But you could potentially seal up that whole thing if you wanted to store your filament like that with acrylic or the like. It's got a drawer, and then on this gear, I am working on a linear rail conversion kit.
Oh, nice.
That we would like to offer. So I've designed a couple, some of the adaptive plates because it wouldn't quite work with, you're giving up about 17 millimeters of the Y for it, which is pretty reasonable. But I had to design some different plates so that I'm trying to make it as user friendly as possible, so you don't have to modify anything. I don't want anybody having to drill. I'd like it to be pretty much plug and play. You get the rails, you get the carriages. You can we can print the adaptive plates, or I can give you the STL and you can print them at home. And you have a linear rail system on the X and Y. So.
Do you have filament runout sensors on your printers?
Yes.
Alrighty. That was my number one most important question, because those I feel are a must for any and all printers. And some people say, well, I don't need one. Well, you run out of filament, it'll pause the print and you don't lose it. You could be at work, you could be out front checking the mail, and you could lose your print. So filament runout sensor is a must. Do they have removable beds or like flex sheets or something?
You can do that. It comes with a PEI mat that has an adhesive. I personally use the microporous coated glass. That's kind of like the Anycubic Ultra Base, that class of bed. That's what I like, and we do carry it, but we are out of stock right now. But I'd like to get some more of that in because it prints really well. Basically, bed heats up, the print adheres. When it cools down, it pops off. There's really no fuss with it. So no hairspray, no tape, no glue. and it works really well with PETG and PLA. I don't print ABS here at work because obviously I don't have the setup for the filtering, but
PLA, you have quite a few colors, I believe, don't you?
yeah, you can see a lot of them back there.
Yeah, PLA, PTG, I know you have what, at least 10, 15, 20 colors?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll show you what I'm printing a bunch of our models to add to the listings, so that you can see what each of them actually prints like. We got pumpkin spice, and this is our clear, deep blue, silk white, marble, orange, taro. Was that flow green, cocoa brown, dark green, Bahama blue, lipstick red, flow blue, yellow, majestic purple, green, sea glass teal, and light blue. And then we got some of our silks: silk blue, silk gold, hot rod red, cobalt blue, bronze, majestic purple again, Uncle Jesse's gunmetal silver, cookie love. This is our gold. I think it looks more like mustard, but it's gold. And then our what is that? Cosmic sparkle.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have over 30 colors of PLA,
Oh, that's plenty.
and that's not counting the silk. That's just PLA, because then we have several silks and the glitter and the metallics on top of that.
And yes, this question here, do you sell on Amazon, eBay?
We have just some of the filament and the extrusion on Amazon. So we don't have all of our products on Amazon, just those two main ones. And we are on eBay as well. eBay has mostly some of our smaller electronic parts, the ramps boards, the CNC kits. Those are on eBay.
Do you have a specific person that runs those sites for you, or do you try to juggle everything? Or
for Amazon and eBay, the owner pretty much monitors all those. Our customer service manager also has access to those, and she helps him monitor those and goes into there and makes changes and updates when needed, and also responds back to customers in there. eBay is kind of it's a whole different game with customer service on eBay.
might you have larger PEI sheets down the road, 400 by 400 and 500 by 500? Do you know?
I don't think we have anything, but I'm going to write some stuff down.
Right.
And then Lightspeed would like to see glitter.
What's that?
I guess glitter filament.
We have two. We have Galaxy Glitter and Cosmic Sparkle. You have the one printed there, don't you?
Yeah, so let's see. This is our Cosmic Sparkle.
You can't really see it very well.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with the
It's
light,
showing up.
but yeah, you can kind of see the. It's easier to tell in person, obviously. And then this is our Galaxy Glitter.
Oh, wow.
It's really
Looks
pretty.
nice. Very nice. Do you have gold?
We have silk gold. We do not have glitter, like a glittery gold.
Do you have a silk gold print you can show off?
Yeah.
Here it comes, Trevor.
So these are our silks. This is our silk. This is my favorite, I think. That's got a real nice sheen to it.
Yeah, I love that color. It's kind of like my 3D HP colors.
Yes. This is the silk gold. So it's kind of a light gold, but it's same kind of sheen. And we have a silk green, which is pretty nice. And then this is our hot rod red from Nico.
Okay.
And we do have a silk pack available right now for a limited time on the website where you can get all of the silks, all 5 of the silks together.
And this is the other silk. This is silk white. It's got a real nice sheen to it.
Here's a gold that I have. I'm not going to mention what company it's from, but I think here's a darker gold.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yes.
really nice. That's a Jason.
yeah, that's nice.
And then here's Michael Myers.
Nice.
So I guess that's kind of a darker golden color.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I would show you some of my prints I've done with ZYLtech, but a lot of them are functional prints and things I've already primed, and I don't really have anything I can show that I've recently printed in ZYLtech filament. I do have a bunch of your filament laying around. I got PETG is what I have, 4 or 5 different rolls.
I have this one that someone made for me. And I don't see if you can tell. I don't think you can tell. They actually took the majestic purple and the galaxy glitter and did a dual extrusion.
Cosmic sparkle.
A dual extruder.
Sparkle, yeah.
So they made the majestic purple sparkle.
Mm-hmm. That was done with a dual extruder.
Right.
Single nozzle, dual end.
Yeah, Trevor said he wanted a darker gold, not one that looked like mustard. But
yeah, we're always taking custom colors.
How off is the bronze? I'm trying to remember. I think we've had some customers that didn't like the gold, but they like the bronze. But
yeah, it's definitely a bronze. I mean, if you
yeah, it's not brown.
that'd be an interesting color, a black with a gold glitter in it. That'd be interesting.
So yeah, you can see this is the silk gold and this is the bronze.
Okay.
That other gold is kind of like an in between. Yeah, I know that I think we were experimenting at one point with a black with gold glitter. Because I have a roll up here I think we were experimenting with. But
That, and we were experimenting with a black with a white marble base instead of what we have now. But it just wouldn't take right. It just wouldn't blend right.
Let me go back and show people some of my pictures that I show every week, but there might be new people here today. My biggest living room in my house, which is my hobby room. It's when they kind of show everybody a picture of it here. This is where I'm currently sitting. It used to be a living room in my house. And here's some different angles of it. There's my light box where I put black cardboard on it to cut down the beam of the light. And then I enclosed my patio. You can see there where the slider is. And I got my laser printer sitting out there I just bought. My K40 and my resin area and where I paint at. And this is kind of a problem. I got so many models over the last 4 years. This isn't everything, but this is probably 90% of my stuff. And as you can see, I've got like a million things that need to be painted.
Yeah, I see good fragments in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I recently done a John Wayne for a birthday Christmas present for my wife's father that I have sitting here. And then another person, one of my new friends on Facebook, bought one from me. So I'm currently working on that. Get that completed so I can get it shipped out to him right away.
Nice.
And then here's where I enclosed it. There used to be an opening there, and I put that wall up and the door up. And then I put a vent in the wall for my laser printer, which isn't in the picture, but I have that done. And then here's a K40 I bought from Tech in California. I haven't fired it yet. I'm doing a bunch of different upgrades on it. Then hopefully I can, be printing a bunch of goodies. And then here's that room there. This used to be outside. That's why you see the stucco on the walls. And I simply enclosed it. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the slider. If I ever need to close it off for some reason, I can just close the slider.
Nice.
So,
how's that Ecto-1 coming?
Oh, it's getting there. There's my two buddies, Nikita and Sandy, my girls. And I'm holding a treat or a cookie or something up by my cell phone. That's why they're staring at me, not moving, saying, "Okay, take a picture. Give me the cookie." Yeah, Ecto-1. It's 250% scale. It's 3 foot long. You've probably seen pictures. I've been tinkering with so many different projects. I haven't been concentrating on that full time, but I'm doing some body work on it right now, and I'm putting different parts of it and sanding down the body. And hopefully within the next couple of days or a week, I get the first coat of paint on it, I hope.
Nice.
So, DeWitt Tim, hello. 3D printing and procrastinating. Yep, I do that. My wife says I have too many things. 3D printing and planning, no painting. Yeah, I don't paint much. I'm always doing tinkering, doing something. So, oh, do you have any 2.85 millimeter filament, or that's not very popular?
No. Yeah, we only really carry 1.75.
Do you ever get any requests for it or no?
That's the first I've heard of it. We get lots of requests for other colors and other materials, but
Let's take a look at some more pictures here. Figure out where I'm at. I think I'm right here. If you could tell us what all we're looking at.
filament.
Wow.
Lots of filament. All the pallets on there are filament. I think
That's crazy to imagine you'd run out of stock on anything. You have so much.
People order a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We have what, three of those, 3 racks like that. Mostly PLA, then PETG, and then ABS.
And just a little bit of TPU.
How many square feet is your new building, if I could ask, or do you know?
It's just over 10,000 square feet.
Wow. That's
And
big.
we moved from about 3,500 square feet. So he started in his home, moved to a 1-story house, and then we moved to a warehouse. It was about 3,000 square feet, and we rented a second warehouse just for storage there that was about another 2,000 square feet. And now we're here. So we've more than doubled our space.
Yeah, different filament, I would say, has different temperatures. PLA, I typically print at 210 and 60, but do you guys want to weigh in on that? I know you put recommendations on your boxes.
I've been experimenting. I mean, I've been printing pretty much everything we have, and I think our sweet spot is really like closer to 220, 220 to 225, depending. Like some of the silks like to be printed a little bit hotter. I think you get like a nicer sheen when you print a little bit hotter on like the metallics and the silk. But yeah, I found like 223 has been like mine personally on the gear. You know what I mean? It's gonna vary on what kind of hot end you're using. But these are volcano style hot ends, and 223 works really well. All those prints there, I haven't cleaned anything up. You know, everything's dialed in pretty well.
How much Dark Jester wants to know, how much filament do you think you produce in a year, or
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, I don't have that number.
Okay.
A lot, because we bring in a shipping. When I first started, we were bringing in a shipment probably once every. First year I was here was every 6 months. It was 6 months. Then it moved to 3, and now we pretty much have a container of filament coming in every month and a half to 2 months.
So like 10 pallets at a time or something, or?
It's more than 10 pallets on a shipping container. Crystal, do you have anything on there? How many pallets are on a shipping container?
At least 20, I would guess.
Okay.
At least 20.
Yeah.
And it varies with how many, like the 5 kilogram pallet, you would get 72 on a pallet, or the 5 kilogram. So it just depends how many are on the pallet, just depends on which boxes they're in as well. So
yeah, if you think like those pictures that you showed of the warehouse, all that clear floor space, there's no clear floor space whenever the shipments come in.
And you're typically printing at 50 to 60 millimeters a second on your printers?
I print at 80 sometimes. Like right now I'm printing at 80 with no problems. But yeah, usually like 60 at the slowest usually. And I haven't had any feed issues. So
you simply bump it up to 80 and you don't have any other temperatures you have to change or nothing else. It seems to print fine.
Yeah. Now, granted, I probably need to do a little bit more printing with some steeper overhangs to see how that does. But generally, I mean, I've printed brackets. I've printed I've printed models and bases and different shapes and different, and I haven't had any real issues.
So you're currently testing, like as Asker Printer is asking, different filaments and temperatures and settings per machine to see what works best, right?
Yeah, specifically the gear, really, because we don't have any crealities or.
Yes, obviously.
Right. So, but yeah, we're trying hard to develop a community of gear users. We have a Discord now, so we kind of knowledge share has been really nice. There's people on there that know a lot more about certain aspects of the printing world than I do, so it's kind of nice that we've been able to get people together there, share what our settings are and where we're having success and where we're not, yeah, there you go. 80 to 120. I haven't tried going up that far, but 80 is pretty safe.
I'm not sure if LiveStream's asking you a question or somebody in chat, but yeah, PET obviously prints hotter than PLA.
Yeah.
A lot hotter. Oh, he's talking.
What's the point of printing PET-G other than PLA? Well, I mean, they're for real, gosh, can't talk. They're for different applications. If you're going to print something that's going to be in the Texas sun in your car, then you definitely want PET-G. You don't want PLA because you're just going to have a goopy mess.
Yeah.
So our PET-G typically prints at about 240. Around 240 is what I have good success with. It's a little bit sturdier than PLA, and so it just depends on what your use is going to be.
Let's see here. I'm looking for something. All righty, let me jump into another picture here and tell us what we're looking at. Oh, extrusion. Wow.
That is extrusion, yes.
You get everything in what, 40-foot lengths, and you cut it down, or different lengths or different sizes, or?
No, we get them in the 1 meter and 2 meter sizes. And then we do get some of them pre-cut to like the 400, 500, 600 millimeter lengths as well. But we do a lot of the custom cuts, and even the one he does have to cut quite a bit of it down.
Do you use a chop saw or a bandsaw?
It's a chop saw.
It's a bandsaw, right? Okay. There's a chop saw.
Okay, yeah. So I know a bandsaw has a real thin blade like a hacksaw, and a chop saw would have a much wider blade.
No, it's
I was going to go out there and show y'all, but right now they're running the forklift out there, so you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Okay.
My office backs up to the warehouse, so I mean that's why I was wondering if you could hear it earlier. Yeah, it's not always quiet out there.
And here's some bins of parts.
Well, that's actually set up for our samples, and I was kind of showing off. Scott actually printed those brackets to hold our spools of filament onto the end of the shelf. So I was kind of showing off his brackets there that he had printed for that application. That is the silk pack that we have available right now, where you can get all of the silks for $90.95. You can get a 5-pack of the silk. And that is the Christmas pack that we have offered right now with a few of our accessories with it.
I believe that's your ad there, right?
Yes.
And that's at ZYLtech.com. Everybody that's watching. Best time of year to buy anything from anyone is right now if you have money. And if not, take out a credit card and run the card up and worry about it next year. So.
And the 3D pen pack that's on there, those are great for kids' Christmas presents, cousins, nephews. Doing the 3D pen pack, it actually comes with all those the filament samples as well.
And here's some different extrusion.
Yes. I was kind of, with that picture, I wanted to show, a lot of people don't realize we get calls and inquiries quite a bit. Do you guys do custom cuts? Because it's a little bit trickier to find on the website. So we do offer the custom cuts. This is the 10 meters. You actually get 10 meters of extrusion and you get up to 15 cuts when you order that. And in the, there's a place on the listing for you to put what size you want the extrusion cut to.
That's really nice. Then people don't have to worry about it when they get home, how they're going to cut it.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's 2020, I think.
Yeah.
That's
I guess.
2020.
20, there should be 2020 T-slot.
That is T-slot. Yep.
And they're 2020 and 3030.
That's
Mhm.
3030. Yep.
Yeah, back at
Those
the
are
beginning of the year, I had bought your Hypercube from you, the 400 by 400 by 500, and built that, and I love it. It took me a minute to get it dialed in right, but I've got it printing really nice right now, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember I was watching your videos of you putting it together.
Yeah, I suggest for anybody who wants to build a Hypercube and you buy it as a kit, if there's no instructions, watch many videos, get on Thingiverse, read comments, read in the Facebook groups. And a lot of times you'll find out that when you, like when I did my first video or somebody else did, that in the second video, you might see things that are changed, or the person realized they did wrong. They got to go back and correct it. So if you ever want to build a Hypercube, watch all the video series from many people and then go from there, because you might make changes here and there or mistakes. And the person may or may not bring that up in the next video. You might just see it in the picture and realize something's different. So, but once you get it down once, it's easy. I mean, I put a lot of printers together, but of course, a Hypercube, you need to build it in steps. You have to know what step goes where and what bolt and this and that. But once you get it done, it's fun. It's a really fun project. So I thank you very much for that.
Definitely.
See what
Yeah,
we
a lot
got
of
going on
people
in chat. Well, I think we should do a giveaway. I know you wanted to give away some filament today and some 3D pens.
Mm-hmm.
So let me pull up Nightbot. And let's see. Come on, Nightbot. What's going on here? I'm having trouble with it. Feel free to randomly keep talking while I'm trying to figure this out.
You know, while you're doing that, I can turn the camera around and do a sneak little peek of some of the warehouse.
All right, I'm gonna full screen you.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Maybe. I'm gonna turn it around. Someone actually called here for me. Okay, wait. I gotta figure out how to turn my camera around on here. Without going off. So I'm gonna try not to be shaky as I'm walking in there. Try not to these are signs that we made.
It looks so nice.
Looks so nice. This is we call this our cool room because it's actually air conditioned, but this is where they process all the orders. I don't know if y'all can see the shipping area over here. We're pretty much packed up for today, but we got our shipping area over here. Got our filament down there on the end, all stocked on the shelves, ready for tomorrow.
Do you have 40/40 extrusion?
Yes, we do. He doesn't want me to show him.
We have 8040. Is that what it? 8040 C channel as well.
Steven actually showed his face for a brief minute.
I did.
That was Steven. He's the one that cuts all of your extrusion, all of our extrusion for us. He usually hides from the camera. I'm trying to move my hand out of the way. Okay, so back down here. So this is where we are able to put all of our small parts now. Plumb couplers, brackets, all of the electronics, bearings. You really can't see in the bins, but I'm just showing the aisleways. And it gets darker back here because we got some light bulbs out still. And this right in here is basically all different type of brackets that we carry for the extrusion. Walk over. Oh, you can see it really good behind.
How many people do you have working right now in the warehouse?
We have 11 total employees. We have 1, 2. There's 5 of them that work warehouse, shipping, processing orders. Here to show some of what pretty much what the pictures had, but one of our forklifts. Then over here, this is where we store like the lead screws, our rails. The MGN rails are over this way.
We just got in that aluminum bar stock that we'll be listing soon.
Oh yeah, that's over here. I don't know if I can find it with the camera.
There you go.
There's some of it.
Yeah, we'll have 2-inch round, 1-inch round, and then 2-inch by 1/2-inch rectangular bar. And that'll be for sale by the foot.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing around. So this is the. I'm pretty much standing at the end of the warehouse, and you can see the bay doors down there, kind of. With all of our space. That's Monica. Wait, where are you? Here she is.
Hi.
She processes all the filament orders and stocks it and counts it. And here's some of our extrusion area. The different extrusion. Try to hold it up. Another employee trying to hide. Trying to show. I was going to show. They have this is kind of the setup he has for the extrusion right now. We're getting ready to get a different type of table. But this is our cutting table. It was actually made with extrusion to cut the extrusion. You can see his saw. I'm going to go back to mine. And not be shaky.
I'm having trouble with Nightbot. It's not pulling users in. I am logged into Nightbot. I'm not seeing users. Okay, now people are starting to pop in. Everybody make a comment in chat so I can see if Nightbot is working properly. I've only seen one person pop in. So That's typical with Nightbot and YouTube having problems.
Yeah.
That's Crystal.
What it do?
Okay, it's starting to pull in people's names now.
Starting to do the
Oh.
giveaway.
And
Ooh,
who's that behind you, Leslie?
that is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
That is the customer service queen right there. She's the one that takes care of y'all.
All right, Nightbot is starting to pull people up now. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, anybody that wants to be eligible for the giveaway, you must be watching from YouTube when you enter the keyword that I'm going to give you in a minute. And in order to receive it, ZYLtech only ships to the USA. You need to be living in the USA or have a USA address that it can be shipped to. And then, you know, and then that person, I guess, can send it to wherever you're at in the world. But you need to be, so anyway, let's go with here. We're going to give away two 3D pens, you said, one at a time?
Yeah, we can do that.
With some sample filament. Okay,
Yes, you'll have the sample with it.
so this is going to be the keyword for everybody in chat to enter. And we're going to give away one 3D pen with some samples, and then we'll do another drawing for the next one. So as soon as you see that in comments, please type it in. And if you're watching from YouTube, and in the USA, type in the word pen, P-E-N. And that'll be for one pen and then some sample filament to go with it. And then once we have a winner, we'll redraw and do the same thing all over again. And the winner, whoever wins, please email me at jenap1@yahoo.com. I'll post it on the screen. It's also in the comments below where you hit show more. So I've had a lot of people ask me, well, where do I find out this other information? Below the video, it says show more. Click that and it'll open up where you can get different discounts and different affiliate links and things. All righty, looks like everybody's got the word pen typed in that's in the US. We go back over to Nightbot.
Miss Barbara back here.
Kenny Briggs, you have won a 3D pen and some sample filament.
Awesome.
And Nightbot should have showed that. Yes, it did. Let me write his name down real quick. So Kenny Briggs, please email me with your address and your YouTube name, which is probably the same, and I'll give that to Leslie, and she'll get a 3D print and some samples sent out to you. And DeWitt Tim is in Canada. I'm sorry, Tim, you're in Canada. You're not eligible. Unless you have a US address, Tim, let me know if that 3D pen can be shipped to a US address and they can forward it to you. Let me wait and see what he says real quick. Tim in Canada, do you have a US address? I have a friend in the US that can get it shipped out to me. Okay, awesome. So Tim has won the second 3D pen.
Nice.
He has a YouTube channel also. He's a great guy up in Canada. Okay, the next word for the, how many rolls of film are we doing?
3.
3 rolls of filament. Okay, for the first roll of filament, if you're in the US and watching on YouTube, type in this word right here. Type in ZYLtech. And I had a boo-boo. Let's see. Okay, that's right. Everybody type in the word ZYLtech. Start talking about stuff, Scott. Goodies and stuff.
Well, I was going to ask you, if I send you a link for our Discord, would you mind posting it in the comments, or not the comments,
Sure.
but the show more? Okay, cool.
Sure. I have your Facebook groups listed. I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, and your ZYLtech.com, but I don't think I have Discord.
Yeah, I'll send you a link for it.
Put it in private chat right there, and then I'll post it on the screen. And after the stream, I'll go ahead and add it.
Okay.
Everybody type in the word in chat. If you're in the US, type in the word ZYLtech, ZYLtech.
Yeah. Like I was saying, the Discord group has been a really great place where we're especially trying to build it up as a community for not just gear users, but our ZYLtech filament
Dave
users.
Petzel, you have won a roll of filament from ZYLtech. Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's
Dave
okay.
Petzel. I have Dave's address. Please email me, Dave, but I do have your address, and I'll get that over to Leslie so they can mail you out a roll of filament. Do you have specific colors you're going to send out, Leslie, or is that winner's choice?
Winner's choice.
Okay. And that's on PLA or PETG, either or?
Yes, either one.
Okay. So if you want PLA or PETG, Dave, just let me know what you want and what color, and Leslie will get it sent out right away. They do have fast shipping. And for the next winner, let's see. You're already entered. You've already typed in the word ZYLtech. If you're in the US and you haven't typed in the word ZYLtech, please type that in now in chat. I'm going to roll it one more time, or actually 2 more times. The light speed. You have won a roll of PLA or PETG, color choice, what they have in stock. So please email me and give me your information and let me know your real name and your YouTube handle, and I'll get the information over to Leslie. And we're going to roll it one more time. Remember, this is for USA only. Mike Medhurst, you have won a roll of filament, PLA or PETG, the choice, whatever color you choose on what they have in stock. Please email me. Let me post my email. Here's my email in chat, or you can find it below in the description. All the winners, please email me and let me know your information and who you are on YouTube, and we'll get that taken care of. Yeah, it's awesome, ZYLtech. Leslie, Scott, thank you very much for doing that for everybody.
No problem.
Pleasure. Yeah, thanks for having us.
And let's see. Let's go back to the pictures here real quick. I don't think I showed everything. Oh, and your printers. Yeah, you showed us a close-up, but tell us a little bit about your printers.
Okay. Well, they have a 300 by 300 by 400 build volume. They have a volcano style hot end. They have 0.9 stepper motor on the X and Y, I believe. They run on a MKS Robin Nano board. 12 volt or 24 volt power supply. Bed heats up in probably like 5 minutes is probably about average. Let's see. They have really quiet CNC drivers on the X and Y. I mean, I've got all 3 of them running, and you probably can't even hear them back there. I typically you can use, it comes with a Marlin firmware. You can use other Marlin firmware with that board as well. Like I said, it comes with a PEI mat, which it prints just fine on. It's a pretty convenient printer to put together. Basically, it comes with the body, the bed's attached. You just have to put the attach the lead screw couplers to the Z motors and put the gantry into the body, and once you get everything lined up, you're pretty much ready to print. So it's pretty user friendly. For the beginner, beginning 3D printing in general is a learning curve, but I have a lot of people who this is their first printer, and they don't really have any trouble getting going with it.
I'm just checking Nightbot to make sure we had 3 winners on the PLA.
Chris,
We did give away 3 rolls, didn't we, Leslie?
I thought I just missed the second one. There was Dave and there was Mike on the filament.
Okay, so we got DeWitt Tim for the pen, Kenny Briggs for the pen, David Petzel and the Lightspeed. I don't know what Lightspeed's name is. I'm just looking for the third person.
Mike Medhurst was the last one on the filament.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna make sure I don't make a screw up here. All righty. Let me pull that picture away. There we go. And one other thing I wanted to pull up here. I'd like to share my screen real quick. Let's see, share screen. And I'm trying to look around a camera. When you see me tilt my head, I got a camera right in the way of my monitor. There we go. And here's your website at ZYLtech.com. I'd like to just pull it up and show everybody. And I remember when all this was going on, oh, wow, you dropped a lot of your prices. I remember at one time when you were really almost out of film in here a few months back, and looks like you're all stocked up on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty good stock on. Especially we try to keep those most popular colors in stock. Gray is coming soon. End of the month, first of the month, gray will be here. That's really we're about the only we're completely out.
And here's the link to your Discord. I'm putting it in chat right now. And after the stream, I'll list it down below and show more. If anybody would like to join their Discord, here's your Discord link right here. Anything else you guys would like to talk about or say to everybody that's watching around the U.S. or around the world about your company?
No pressure there.
We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all our customers. We try to give you guys the best support we possibly can, and we a lot of times we say that we're makers first, and so we try to what am I trying to say? We're here if you have any projects you want to get done, and so we're always here for support. And if a lot of people don't know that, like, if you need a product or if you need a part that we don't have, we can potentially source it for you. I like to point out that, like I was saying with the extrusion, a lot of people use it for hypercube builds or CNC builds, but there are a billion other uses for it. Myself, I'm building out my whole office, workbench, desk, and everything else in there that incorporates my 3D printing and my 3D design work and everything else. You know, using the extrusion as the foundation for the desk and the workbench and the shelves and everything else. So really, your imagination is your only limit there. You know, it's easier to work with. You know, you don't need woodworking tools. You know, you just need the connectors and the extrusion, and you can pretty much build anything. I think we just had one guy build a bike rack, and he sent us. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So.
D-Wood Tim has a question. No shipping to Canada or any other products. I believe you do ship. It's just expensive, right?
Yes, we do ship to Canada. And when you're on the website and you have the items in your cart, it'll give you the different shipping options.
And you used to have free shipping over $75 before the pandemic, but things changed. I know you have discounted shipping now on your orders, but you ever see the 75 or above with free shipping coming back in the near future?
Not at this time. I mean, a lot of that was due to the increase of UPS, FedEx, and USPS raising their rates. So we had to raise ours. And our shipping, when we don't add cost to our shipping, like when those quotes come up, that is what the charge for the shipping is. We don't add any on top of that to make a profit from the shipping. So as far as going back to the free shipping, unless UPS and FedEx and USPS lower their rates, I don't see that happening in the near future. We would like to try to run some promotions, maybe where there's free shipping, you know, for a flash sale or something. So we will try to do that as time comes on, so we can at least try to get y'all a weekend or a few days with some free shipping.
And you're only open Monday through Friday?
Yes, we're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. As far as processing orders and working in the office, I'm pretty much monitoring our social media pages 24/7. A lot of times I will answer on Messenger if someone has a question, if they do Messenger. I don't want to say our customer service person works on the weekends, but she does sometimes. But it doesn't mean you necessarily will get an answer on the weekend.
And where are you based out in Texas? Where are you located?
We are in Houston.
Okay. So if somebody's in the Houston area, they can order from you, they can come pick it up. Do you have local pickups?
We do have local pickup. We had suspended it there for a little while with everything that was going on. We love our Miss Barbara. She's our receptionist. She sits in the front, and we want to keep her safe and keep her healthy. We are slowly starting to bring it back on a case-by-case basis. You can still choose the local pickup when you go to check out, and then just get in touch with us on when you can come and pick it up.
Alrighty. Well, I'd like to thank you guys very much for coming on today. It's been awesome. I love your company and your products, and I try to buy from you whenever I can afford to. And please stick around for just a minute. I'll be right back with you, Scott and Leslie.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank y'all.
And that's it, guys. That's another great stream. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in. And we had some giveaways. I haven't done giveaways since last year when I was streaming, but hey, things are looking up. And that was really awesome having ZYLtech on. And all the winners, please email me your information, and I'll give that information to ZYLtech, and we'll get that stuff sent out right away. And but I'm kind of stumbling on my words here. I'm going to be doing a hangout again in a couple days. I'm going to start selling off some of my models and some of my hangouts. And please like, subscribe, share the video, and happy printing, everybody. And I'm not sure who will be on next week, but it'll be somebody interesting and cool. So thank you very much.